Right, let's start today's session. So in the last lecture of Python, we were discuss about Python fundamentals like comments and keywords or reserved words we were discussed, right? So first let's open PyCharm editor. So last lecture we create a project with the name Python project 5 p.m. So that I am going to open in PyCharm editor. So first open PyCharm editor and the moment when I open PyCharm editor, recent times on which project I work, that project folder is opening now. So it's not your project, right? So if you want to open your project, simply in PyCharm editor, file menu, open option is there. So once you click on open, so it will prompt your project location. So you have to search the project location where it is present. So I saved the project location in C drive PyCharm projects. Now this is your project folder name, Python project 5 p.m. Select it and open it. So when I select and open, it will ask you to open in this window or new window or attach or cancel. If I select this one, so it will be open in the same window in place of Python project 11 a.m. If I click on new window, so it is completely open in new window. Or if I click on attach, so along with Python project 11 a.m., so below you'll be able to find Python project 5 p.m. folder also. Okay, so let's open in this window. Yes, so this is the last program which we discuss. Now you can see we got the keyword list, right? In the last session, we are bringing keyword list in Python. So to bring keyword list in Python, we have a library called keyword library and then print keyword.kw list. So let's run the test2.py, run test2. So we got the keywords in Python. So as I said in the last lecture, keywords are reserved words, very common in any language. But in Python, every keyword is having its own purpose. So you have to use the same purpose. No keyword can be used as your variable. Okay. Now let's continue today. Identifiers. It is one of the most important fundamental concept in Python you should never ignore. So identifiers. What is the meaning of identifiers? We'll see now. So it's very simple. In Python language, any name, it is called identifier. In Python, any name is called identifier. Like any name in the sense, either variable name, okay, or function name, or class name, okay. So I like any name, variable name, or function name, or class name. Just name is nothing but identifier. But while giving the names of the variables and functions and classes and many more, you have to follow some rules and regulations. Okay, so there are total 8 rules are there for giving the names in Python. So I'm trying to explain all the rules one by one. So rules to define identifier. Rules to define the identifiers. So what rules we have to follow while defining the identifiers? So first rule number 1, identifier can be a lowercase and also uppercase. Both are possible, sir. Lowercase and uppercase. And then rule number 2 says like that identifiers are case sensitive. Means, so if you give lowercase name, you have to be accessed with lowercase. If you give uppercase name, you have to access with uppercase only. So that's our case sensitive. Let's have a look into the program by covering these two rules quickly. So first you can see this. I'm going to create a new file, that is Python file. So to add a new program to this Python project 5pm, select right click on the project folder, go to the new and Python file. Test3 is my series of the program. Press enter. You have created new Python file test3.py. So for suppose here I'm giving my variable name empid like employee ID. Value is 1234 and then print the empid. So this is correct variable name. So let's run this. We are getting the output like empid 1234. Okay. So the name of the variable here, what? empid. How I declare that in lowercase. I'm saying that the name of the variable or any name is nothing but identifiers that can be lowercase and uppercase. Suppose here, if I try to access uppercase, will it be possible? No. Now you can see this is clearly says that error, like underlines red squigglies came, right? So when we execute, it says like error, name error. The name capital letter empid is not defined, it says. Yes, you defined the name, but is in lowercase, but you are trying to access in uppercase. So according to the rule number 2, identifiers are case sensitive. How the way you mention the variable name, you must access with the same way. Like lowercase means lowercase through have to access. Uppercase means uppercase through have to access. For example, if I declare variable name in capital letter, now it's okay. So you declare the name in capital letters like empid and you are trying to access in capital letter like empid capital letter, it's okay, fine. But I recommend you better to give the names always in lowercase only. So don't go with unnecessarily uppercase. What is the reason behind that? So very simple, sir. So you can also use capital letter, it works fine, but you cannot go all the time capital letter names. Okay, always I recommend better to give the name of the variables or any names like lowercase only. Why? Because in Python language, if any name, if you provide all the characters are uppercase, that leads to constant. Yes, so that will convey a constant type only. Okay, generally in other language programmers like C language or C++ Java, so they are having a keyword called const a equals to 100. So they can declare the variable a is constant by using const keyword. That means once they declare the variable is constant, then we cannot change the value of a from 100 to another value because it's a fixed value. So in Python also, how we can convey that the variable and value is constant means, so generally programmers used to give capital letter only, but actually Python do not support any constants. Yes, there is no concept called constants in Python, but just conveying is the matter, right? So you have to convey to other programmers that your variable and value is constant. How we can convey means just by declaring the variable name is capital letter. So really, do you want to convey that your variable and values are constant in Python? Go for capital letter declaration. So other programmers who know about Python rules and regulation, they understand that this value is constant, better not to change. But still they want to change, they can change it clearly because Python do not have constant types only. So that's the reason unnecessarily don't go with capital letter names. Okay. So if really uh, declare a variable and value is constant that somebody cannot change this value means you can go with capital letter. Otherwise, better to go with lowercase only. So that's the reason I recommend always to give the names of the variables in lowercase only. Okay, fine. So rule number 3 says identifier allow the digits. Yes, while giving the name, you can give the digits like 0 to 9. But rule number 4 says immediately identifier should not starts with digit. That means any name should not start with a digit. So let's see this. For example, here EMP is the variable name 1, ID 8. This is correct. So we have digits in the name, right? Where we have digits, EMP after number 1 digit is there, ID after number 8 digit is there. Yes, it's valid name. But that according to the rule number 4, it should not start with a digit, means no name in Python can start with a digit. Yes, it's not possible. Okay, so here you can see, here I'm trying to start with a variable name is 9. Again here 9. So this is not correct way to do this because it is wrong declaration, syntax error, invalid decimal literal only. Okay, so this is clearly says that your variable name or function name or any names, I'm talking about names only, identifier means name only. So no name can start with the digit here. So this is not correct. Next, rule number 5, identifier allow the underscore. It is only allow the special character. This is only underscore. Apart from underscore, no special characters are entertained. That means hash sign, asterisk sign, dollar sign, not possible. Only underscore is possible. But that too, why underscore is possible means identifier should not be 2 or more parts. Yes, we cannot include the name of the variable or any name. It is not be 2 or more parts. In case if you want to provide any variable name 2 or more parts, better to combine them by using underscore sign. So let's look into this quickly. Suppose EMP is one word, right? ID is another word. There are two words are there, which is having the space. And this is not correct declaration in Python. So if you have any multiple words in the name, like EMP space, ID space, like value, so you can better to join the names with underscore sign. That's what they are allowing, the underscore symbol, if any name contains like multiple parts. So each part we can consider like separate with underscore. Okay. So this is the name declaration in Python like this. Now rule number 7 says, if any identifier like name starts with an underscore, then it is private. Yes. Okay, I'll talk about this later. Okay, it's not right situation to discuss what is private, but just I'll give you brief introduction why private it is. Okay, so generally in other language people like C++, Java, .NET programmers, if they want to declare any variables are private, so they are having the access specifier like private int a equals to 100. So this is private variable, or else they can mention public int a equals to 100. This is public variable. A is a public variable because they have used access specifier like public. But in Python language, we don't have such type of access specifiers like public variable, private variable like this. But you can declare symbolically whether the variable is private or public by using underscore sign. I'm saying that is the reason here. You can see if any identifier like name starts with an underscore sign, then it is private. But by default in Python language, all the variables are public by default. Public means what? Anywhere anybody can access the variable, that is called public. But suppose here I'm trying to start my variable name starts with double underscore. Yes, there is a concept called single underscore, double underscore also. That's the reason I said that in object-oriented programming, when the situation demands, there I'll explain you clearly, but this is not right situation to explain much more about this double underscore and single underscore. But just for time being, you can see I'm starting the variable name double underscore, right? This is called private variable we can consider. So even if we single underscore also possible, this is called protected. So later I'll discuss what is protected and then what is private and then public. So if the variable name not at all starts with any underscore sign, this is public. Public means anywhere access, no restriction. But sometimes for security reasons, we need to provide restriction to access our variables. That's what we can define the variables in private. So symbolically, we can define the private. The variable name must starts with two underscores like this only. I'll tell you later in object-oriented programming, okay, while working with classes and objects, in what context we go for private and public and all. Okay, fine. Next, the last rule, which I already explained yesterday, no keyword or reserved word can be used as identifier. Yes, no keyword or reserved word can be used as identifier. There are a lot of keywords, right? For example, here def is a keyword. So this is defining the function. I'm using this keyword as a variable, but it's not allowed. Okay. Suppose if I remove this F symbol, like this is D, it's a variable name. It's a valid name like this. So keyword or reserved word can be used for particular purpose. They reserved they reserved to do for a particular task. On which task they reserved, then same task purpose you have to use. No keyword or reserved word can be used as your own variable name like identifier. So total these 8 rules you must follow while working with the names in Python. Any name if you provide in program, like variable name, function name, or class name, or parameter name, or procedure name, any name, these rules must be satisfied. You can't give the names against these rules. Okay, these are very much important in the fundamental point of view. So you should not ignore any rule like this. Now coming to the next fundamental concept, variables. According to my statement, which I pass to the identifiers, so variable is also called as identifier also. Yes, variable is also called as identifier because I said identifier is nothing but any name. The name of the variable, the name of the function, or the name of the class. So, but in Python, variable is having its own definition. So I'll tell you what is the definition of the variable. So very simple, sir. Variable is a named memory location. Variable is a named memory location. Variable is a named memory location. Okay. In Python, I'll tell you that clearly. Just a moment. In Python, while declaring a variable, okay, in Python, while declaring a variable, we need not to specify, the data type. Okay, because already I said Python is a dynamically typed programming language, right? Dynamically typed programming language. Yes. So variable is a named memory location. In Python, while declaring a variable, we need not to specify the data type because Python is a dynamically typed programming language. So based upon the value, data type automatically will decide by Python only, right? We have seen already that clearly. So according to the value, what you decided, so based upon that, data type will decide by Python only. So that's the reason we need not to specify any data type. So then why we are saying variable is a named memory location means I'll tell you. For example, you can see here a equals to 100. A is a variable name. If I ask you the question where this 100 value will store, A, right? But Python will assign some memory for A. For what? To store 100 value within it. So Python will assign some memory for A to hold the 100 value within it. So that's what we can say. A variable A is a named memory location of this value. So I'm asking you 100 value in which memory it is going to store means A memory, right? So A is the name of the memory for 100 value. So that's the reason the definition of the variable is named memory location. But in Python, while declaring the variable, you need not to specify any data type. So look at this. Before A, did I mention any data type like int A? No. So if you mention int, so it's a wrong syntax according to the Python. So in other language, most of the people can use the same syntax, right? Int A equals to 100, float A equals to like 10.5, string A equals something. But in Python, you need not specify the data type explicitly. Based upon the value, data type automatically will assign for this variable A. But in case if you want to find the data type which is assigned, then you will come to know that by using type function. Print of type of A. Here print is a function and then type also function. What is the use of type function? If you want to know the data type of the variable A, which is assigned by Python, then you will come to know that. So it's an assigned integer type. So just because of value is 100 for this variable, Python decide the A variable data type is integer. Suppose if I try to take 10.89, Python decides the variable A type is float type. And if I try to take and Python decides the variable A, what type? String type, like this. So what the value you are taking based upon the value, data type will decide for your variable A. So this is dynamically typed language based upon the value automatically during the runtime or program execution time, your variable got the data type clearly. Okay. So dynamic means running time, program execution time, data type will decide. And you will see this, every variable is having its own memory to hold the value. In case if you want to get the memory address, so there is a built-in function is there like ID. So ID is a built-in function, sir. You can see this. It is a built-in function. It is a built-in function. Okay. It's a built-in function. And it is used to get the memory address. It is used to get the memory address of the variable. ID is a built-in function. It is used to get memory address of the variable. Okay, fine. Suppose here a value 10. Okay, now, so where this 10 is going to store, do you want to get the memory address? Then we can apply the ID function. ID means identity. Okay, and this function is used to get memory address of the variable A. That means in which memory the 100 value is going to store, that memory base address number you will get. This is the memory address number. In this memory only, we are collecting the value 100, sorry, value 10 with the name A only. So the A is pointing to the memory here for collecting 10 value. For suppose here P equals to 20 I'm taking. Okay, print P I'm taking. Print type of B. Type is not required, just data type it is. Now you can see print B. Okay, print ID of B also we will get, sir. Now what is the memory address? Is it same or different? You can observe. I'm having two variables, right, in this program currently. A variable value is 100 on 10. B variable value is 20. I'm printing A and B. And I'm also getting ID of A and ID of B, memory address of A and B. So Python decides the 10 will store in this memory address and then 20 will store in this memory address. So both values are pointing different memory addresses, right? Because the values are different. What happens if I try to give the same value for the two variables like A and B? So look at this, for A variable and B variable, I'm assigning same value. In this context, Python decides only one memory address. In that memory, it will store 10 value. And in that memory, we are pointing with A and pointing with B. Both are A and B are pointing in the same memory address. We are collecting the value from that memory only. So ID of A is same memory address. ID of B is same memory address. So that means Python assign the same memory for 10 value. So in that memory, you can point through A and through B. So either you can print A means this A will pointing to the same memory address for collecting the value 10. And also you can go with the name like B also. B also pointing in the same memory address. So like this. So this is variable definition, named memory location. And if you want to find the memory address of any variable, then we can apply ID function in Python. It's a built-in function. Okay. So as of now, here you can see three built-in functions are there. One is print and next one is ID. And just now we use type, right? Type is a built-in function to get data type of the variable only. So this is variable definition. Now next fundamental concept is multiple assignment. So what is multiple assignment? How to work with? You just observe carefully. See, sir, here in this program right now, 10 value I am assigning to A and this 10 value also I am assigning to B. This is only one value at a time I am assigning to the variable, right? So this is not multiple assignment, single assignment. We are assigning a single value to the variable directly. That is called single assignment. What about multiple assignment here? Very simple. Multiple assignment is the process of assigning a single value to multiple variables. At a time, we can assign a single value to multiple variables. Multiple assignment is the process of assigning a single value to multiple variables. Okay. Next, it also process of multiple assignment is the process of assigning multiple variables, sorry, multiple values to multiple variables. Right. Okay. So both I'll show you clear picture. First, let me explain process of assigning single value to multiple variables. Okay, fine. A equals to B equals to C equals to 100, right? So you can see I'm assigning only one value, which is right hand side right now, to the three variables at once, right? 100 I'm assigning to A, B, C. So why this statement means instead of like this, instead of doing like this, if, separately we initialize like 100 value I'm assigning to A, B, C, three lines. Why don't we go for one line, like 100 value at once I'm assigning to three variables at once, right? So this is multiple assignment concept. Print B, print C like this. Let's run 100, 100, 100. So only one statement through I finish. So if your variables are holding the same value, multiple variables, better to go with this approach, single value I'm assigning at once to multiple variables. But here I'm printing A separate, B separate, C separate, right? That's what we're getting, the values are line by line. But can you print all the variables in the same line? Yes, possible. Within the same statement, print statement ABC. But the moment when I print A, B, C in the same line, but the default separator, like separator means like space is there, right? 100 after we are finding space. Again, 100 after we are finding space. So this is the default separator. But do you want to separate the value with the comma symbol or any other symbol which you want? In Python, there is a separator concept is there. It is an attribute, SEP, separator. What separator do you want to give? Then you can produce that in double quotation marks. So look at this. Now each value separated with comma sign. And if you want to separate with the hyphens, like you can provide hyphens. Or if you want to separate the value with colon, so separate with colon. So how the way you want to separate, you can decide it clearly, sir. It's not a matter. So default separator, if you don't give separator attribute, by default the separator with the space each value. But do you want to separate the value with your own specification, like SEP equals to some comma sign, then you can separate. So this is multiple assignment. First statement, I'm telling you, it is the process of assigning single value to multiple variables. At once, I am assigning only one value to the multiple variables. But multiple assignment is also process of assigning multiple values to multiple variables. Okay, more values and more variables. Let's see that also. First, let's have the comments. Yesterday, I discussed how to make the comments which you don't want to execute the lines of code. Select the lines, control /. Okay, yeah. Now I'm showing another statement of multiple assignment, assigning multiple values to multiple variables. Here A, B, C, three variables are there, and then right hand side, three values are there. So it should be match, like how many number of values you are assigning right hand side, that many variables you have to declare in the left hand side, not more or less. And let print A, and then print B, then print C. We are assigning multiple number of values to the multiple variables at once. So orderly will be assigned, sir. 10 goes to first A, and then 20 goes to B, 30 goes to C. Yes, we got the output 10, 20, 30. Okay. But this output you can observe 10, 20, 30 are displaying line by line, right? Can't we display in the same line? Yes, why not? Same line means previously what we did, that is possible, ABC. But my requirement is what you know here. Still, I want to print A in one line, print B in another line, print C in another line. So if I do like this, obviously the output will be in the line by line. But listen carefully, my requirement is still I want to print three statements A, B, C line by line only, but I want to bring the output into same line again. Yes, there is another concept like end attribute. End attribute is there. Why this end attribute means, even though if you are using three print functions for making line by line output values, but still if you don't want to move towards next line, still you want to display in the same line, go for end with some space. So end attribute will do what means, after printing A, it end up with space. After space, the next variable value will be continue here same line only. Do you want to give the separator again along with end attribute? We can also give like this only, comma sign. So it's worked well, no problem at all. Okay, so this is end attribute. Why we use end attribute means, even though when we have multiple print functions, generally when we have multiple print functions, line by line we'll print, right? But still you want to bring the output values in the same line, then go with end attribute here. So this is multiple assignment concept in Python. And the last fundamental concept, which is really important, most of the Python beginners who learn Python at very beginning level, they might get confusion in this area, that is indentation. So for better understanding of indentation, okay, let's write a simple program here, but this program is not at all suitable for Python language standard. So I'm writing this code, which is another language standard only, just for understanding point of view, sir. Okay, so try to understand what I'm writing. In other languages, if they want to declare the variables, they must provide data type, variable name equals to 100, right? Yes. Next, if I equals to 100, I'm taking open bracket, close bracket. So if it is Java dot whatever it is, system dot out dot println, true I'm taking. Else block I'm writing. Open bracket, close bracket, system dot out dot println false. This is very common code in any other language except Python. Okay, it won't work in Python for sure. Why I'm writing this code means just for understanding indentations in Python actually. Okay, but let's consider this program. Remember, my intention is not to explain about how if and else will work. Okay, later in logical programming, I'll discuss about if and else about Python. But my intention is to explain how indentation will be there in Python. Okay, so just be concentrate on that only. So in other language point of view, I declare the variable I value 100. Here, if condition I'm writing, you can see I equals to 100. There are two operators are there. One is simple assignment operator that is equal to, and there is a comparison operator is there, right? That is double equal to. If I do like this, here I'm comparing I is matching with 100 or not. Obviously matching, right? I value 100, 100 equal to 100. Correct. Correct means control jump into which block, if block, then true result will come. In case if I give high value 10, 10 equal to 100, not correct, right? If not correct, then control jump into which block? Else block. So observe in other languages like Java, C#, .NET or C++, to consider a block of code, to consider a block of code, they use open curly brackets, close curly brackets. So this is called if block code. In between this open curly braces and close curly braces, whatever the statements you have written, all these statements under comes into if block. And in between this curly brackets and this curly brackets, all statements under comes into else block. So ultimately, I'm saying that in other languages, programmers, they use curly brackets open and close to consider the block of code like if block or else block. But in Python, to consider a block of code like if block, else block, or any other blocks, we use indentation. That indentation is 4 spaces. We don't have any brackets option like open curly brackets, close curly brackets. Okay, so that is what I am just for understanding the indentations in Python. So I have written this code, but undoubtedly this code will not work out in Python, but it is work in other languages only. Okay, fine. Let's write the code, same code in Python standard. So what is happening? You will see that. Okay, but just a moment. In the last lecture, I explained. Okay, so script mode, right? Script mode means what? Apart from PyCharm editor, programmers sometimes use Notepad editor to write the Python code, okay, and execute, right? Then now I'm showing what is the real problems occur when you write code in Notepad or other editors apart from proper professional editor like PyCharm. Let me show that the reason why I recommend you to use PyCharm editor. So let's go to the Notepad. Yes, we can type code in Notepad also, Python code. I'm writing the code here. Suppose I equals to 100. If I equals to 100. This is Python syntax. Later I'll explain, don't worry. But I'm telling you how indentation will work in Python, okay? Yes, I equals to 100. If I equals to 100, colon is must, then press enter. Look at this, as soon as I press enter, cursor is blinking in the same line. Usually programmer can type from here only, true. Then again, else block I'm writing, print false. Okay, like this. So this is Python standard code actually. They don't have any curly brackets like open and close. Okay, yeah. So I'm expecting when we execute this code, the true value I'm expecting because I value initialize 100, 100 equal to 100, correct, right? Comparison. So if it is correct, then I am expecting true. So let's save this program first, Control S. As usual, I'm saving in my desktop. The file name should be like test.py. You know already this in my previous lecture, I explained how to write code in Notepad and execute. Now test.py, save it. Now minimize it, don't close it. Now ready with the test.py are here. Okay. But you know that how to execute this test.py file that is in script mode. So let's go to command prompt to execute that file. Where is your file? You have to go to the location. My file is present in desktop. So that desktop is present in OneDrive location. That's what I'm moving OneDrive. And after that, I'm moving desktop. Okay. Now to execute Python file, we have to pass Python space test.py, right? But I'm expecting true, but look at this, what you are getting, error is coming. So indentation error we notice, expected an indented block after if statement on line number 2. So the problem is while writing code, especially logic code in Python in Notepad, the problem is what here, all the lines are individually executing. No lines under comes into the block like if block or else block, right? So here every line, every statement is separately executing, but no code is under comes into if block, no code under comes into else block, because according to other language point of view, programmers, they use curly brackets open and close. So they are having clear uh, idea how to consider a block of code. But in Python, we don't use curly brackets, right? So this print should come into if block. How I can make this print under if block means you have to leave at least one space, but more spaces like 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces I'm giving, because Python indentation should be 4 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again Control S, save changes. Now this time you can run the program. You got the result, right? True result, we got it. Why I got result true now? Because the indentation levels I have set like this 4 space indentation levels are there. So what you understand here, other language programmers, they use curly brackets, open and close in between what statements they write, that is under comes into if block or else block. But in Python, we don't have any curly brackets to consider the block, rather than we use indentation like 4 spaces like this. So if I leave space, this print under comes into if block. If I
Sir,
leave
excuse me.
space, tell me.
Indentation mandatory for only four spaces or three or one, two?
No, no, at least one, more than one. Look at this,
Okay.
I'm giving here, only one I'm giving, it works. All, or else more you can give, it works. Look at this, I'm changing the code. Now you can see 10, 10 equal to 100, not correct, it will go to else block false, right? So indentation might be at least one space or more spaces, it works well. Single space is important. Without space, it will not. Okay, this is the problem we notice while writing code in Notepad, right? Because if you don't have rules and regulations new to the Python programming, if they want to write Notepad, they can write it, but you must leave or take care indentation levels of your program. So that's the reason I don't recommend to write in the initial stage of programming in the Notepad. So same program, if I write in PyCharm editor, you will see what is the advantage here. Okay, let's add a new file, test4. Now I equals to 100. If I equals to 100, look at this. The moment when I hit enter button, auto indentation levels are there or not? Yes. Automatically it will leave the spaces whenever the block consideration, auto indentation levels are there. No need to worry about the indentation levels while typing code in PyCharm editor. This is the advantage of PyCharm editor. But in Notepad or other editor, auto indentation levels will not be there. You have to take care your own risk how the way you are writing the code. So that's what we recommend, to use proper editor like PyCharm or Visual Studio. Auto indentation levels are there. You cannot suffer in the beginning level of programming, right? But here also by manually you can remove the space without giving space, and it leads to indentation error again. At least one space to bring this print statement under if block. At least here also one space to bring the statements under else block, then it works. Why I'm specifically mentioning the indentation like 4 spaces in Python means, by default in PyCharm editor, the indentation level settings are 4. But if you want, you can see on the bottom corner of the PyCharm editor, there is a 4-space option available. You can see 4-space. This is 4-space indentation level automatically set that. Press enter. Again, 4 spaces leads indentation. Press enter. It works well now. So this is indentation concept in Python. Only to consider a block, like if block inside, else block inside, for loop block, while loop block, any block of code, then we can use indentation. But without having block, normally you can write all the same indentation level only. Okay. So this is indentation. 4 space we have to follow. Multiple assignment, variables, rules to define identifiers, comments, keywords, all most important fundamental concepts which I cover. Okay. So this is about today's session. In the tomorrow session, we'll have the important discussion again, data types in Python. But if you want to continue my lectures from tomorrow, so you must enroll for this course because already the link has been changed. So this link will not work out from tomorrow because you have completed 4 demo lectures from last 3 days, and today I covered all the 4 demo lectures. Your demo sessions are completed. Now from tomorrow you can join with the new link. Our team will send a new link. Before going to session, you must enroll for this course.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Classes will be there from Monday to Friday or Monday, like all the days?
Monday to Saturday. There is no class on Sundays only.
Okay, okay. Understood, sir.
Yeah,
But this one, I did not get the answer. That is why. Thank you.
fine, fine. Monday to Saturday classes will happen regularly. Sunday is the holiday.
Sir, indentations in PyCharm editor, we have to maintain settings, sir. It will automatically indentations follow
Au-
along with the.
Automatically it will follow. Already they have set that editor level, so it's completely whenever you are focusing on writing the block of code like if block, else block, for loop block, while loop block, function block, class block, all blocks will be auto adjusted indentation levels.
Okay, okay. Good.
Sir, can you share?
Literals and identifiers same. Literal means string literal, type literals, that are same. There is no differences much more.
Sir, can you share your personal number?
No, I can't. After enroll of this course, anyway, we have a WhatsApp group, right? So I am an admin person, so I'll allow you to allow you to become a member into that group, so you can feel free to talk with me. But while the demos are going, I cannot share that number. So once the demos are complete, so everything is in my hand, and meeting organization and everything I'll do from my side. So we have a WhatsApp group. There are plenty of students are there. So you can feel free to talk with me through WhatsApp.
Sir, regarding courses, is it starting from tomorrow onwards, continuing, or from Monday onwards?
No, it's continue. Tomorrow class is there. Saturday also class is there. But tomorrow onwards, my team has changed the link. Just only who will enroll for this course tomorrow before session. For that students, they'll send the link. They can only join. But rest of them, you can't continue with that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that after completion of these 4 demos, you have to decide whether you want to continue with my lecture or not by contacting them.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Regarding the materials, they asked they send us some messages like only 6 months it is valuable. After
No,
6
no,
months it
no,
is.
no. No, see, usually from DurgaSoft point of view, I said many times to my backend team, change my classes at least, but normally a common message they are sending, like many faculties are giving the video access for 6 months access only, but all my batch students, I'm giving lifetime access because that's in my hand. I'm only giving access. DurgaSoft is not giving access the videos and all. Trust me, all the videos will be accessible lifetime. The material also can be downloadable.
Can you provide the certification material?
Course
Certificate?
course completion letter.
No, sir. Python certification.
Python certification material we will give, but if really interested to write certification exam as your own way, then we will assist you regarding that. After
Sir,
completion, yeah.
Sir, in this course, if we want to continue with the full stack, within this 5,000 and
No,
only
no, no,
there is
not
extra
5.
charge for that full stack.
Obviously, it's whatever you mentioned, the amount that is only for core and advanced Python. And when we opt for full stack, that is the different. Okay, you can talk to our team, then they'll assist you.
Is a certification worthful while trying for the searching?
No, I don't
There is
need.
no need.
No need, no need. Most of them I don't recommend certification, because certification who required means already you are the real-time employee, then you are moving to other designation, or to show your profile to the client that my candidates are certified person, then that's required. But entry level job seeker certified is not required. Even I am not certified, you know.
Got it.
Yeah, I hope you understand that. Because certification, I don't trust on that, because many of them getting certificate in different modes. So nowadays, all are providing certificate. They are sending the certificate through courier to your home. Is that good way? So that's not correct, I think so. But really, if you are genuinely wants to write, then I'll help you regarding. That's worth action.
Genuinely, sir. That's why I'm
Yeah.
asking.
For sure, for sure. That's appreciate, no problem. But I don't think so much more needed. But once you get a job after showing your more experience, so that yourself you are claimed that I am a extra knowledge person, certified person, you can just recognize me like that. Then you can show the certificate. That's good for your career growth level. It's
Sir,
important.
only searching for job on Python basic advanced is enough or not?
See,
Only Python
yeah,
development.
that's what I said in my demo lecture clearly. So if your intention is to move towards data science or AWS or AI and ML point of view, then Python is required. But if you want to exclusively become a Python developer, so I recommend you to make full stack, like frameworks, Django, REST API,
Django.
Flask, and database MySQL and UI technology knowledge, total design knowledge, framework knowledge, database knowledge, programming knowledge, everything will be get, right? So that is the better, and your resume will be something weightage when it comes to job oriented. Yeah,
Okay, sir.
Mr. Somebody is asking student discount. Yeah, you can talk this discount related things to our team, so they'll assist you regarding that also, no problem.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, full stack duration?
4 months minimum, 4.5 months maximum.
Okay.
Only Python course duration 45 working days to 50 working days. And every day recorded video I'll upload to your Google Drive. Even the 4th video, like today, it's completely done. So 4 videos are there with me for your batch. Tomorrow, once your enrollment successfully done, then obviously our team will send your mail IDs to me, so I can share these 4 videos Google Drive along with core Python PDF. When I start advanced Python, that PDF material also I'll send to you directly.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Yeah, hi Mohan sir.
Yeah, thanks for attending this session. So if you wish to continue really these lectures from tomorrow before session, please try to join or enroll for this session. So feel free to continue with the new link. Avoid trouble with this link only from tomorrow.
Mohan
you,
sir,
sir.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, Mohan sir. Yeah. Thank you. I like today is my first day attended your session.
Fine, wait a minute. So if you feel this is first day, so I strongly recommend you to watch my 3 recorded videos demo lectures. Either you can visit DurgaSoft YouTube channel. Just go to the YouTube search Python by Mohan Reddy. You can type, you will find the latest videos playlist in DurgaSoft YouTube channel, or else our team will send the demo link along with course content link. You can click on that link. You will be navigate into YouTube channel. In that playlist, recent playlist, you will find these 4 lecture videos It's it's freely available. You can watch it. Anyway, if you join this course, I'll send this all 4 video lectures also continuously. At the time also you can watch it, no problem.
Okay, so in the syllabus, it's mentioned 42 section in all the assignments. I think they
Obviously.
those all are we are going to cover now, right?
Sure. Whatever I mentioned the syllabus, not that, more than that I'll cover.
So
Sure.
my goal is to join the AI and the ML actually, Mohan sir, and I hope this will help me on, and that way I can go there.
Obviously, that A and AML later, if you learn, then that's compulsory. Priorly, you must have the strong knowledge on Python, right? So you will get complete information from my side.
Okay. And I think the 45 days will be like duration of this course. as you mentioned.
45 working days and 50 working days. Sometimes it will go 50, 55 also, like that.
Fine. Okay. And I think timing will be the same.
Same.
At 5 p.m.
5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Even I can't shift any time before or after, because I am engaging with from 6 to 10 o'clock every hour. I have sessions like other sessions. Even I used to teach .NET full stack. I'm busy with that sessions. I can't adjust the timing. This is fixed time.
Because I have to go office and coming at this time. So
Don't worry. This time will not be changed.
And if any doubt we have, can we ask after the session, or how we are going to handle those doubts?
No. In the middle of the session, you can feel free to post your question in the chat box, or else we can open up your mic and speak with me. No problem. That will be discussion through. It will go. Or else, after completion of session, while practicing at your home, then if you have any questions, you can feel free to share the screenshot in our WhatsApp group. We have a lot of members in that group, so our team members will answer about your question, or else when I get free time, I'll also give you answer.
Fine. Okay. So last question is like on which version we are going to like learn this?
Latest Python 3.1, 3.3.
Okay, fine.
You just watch my demo lecture, so everything you will find out. So it will be sorted out. No problem.
Okay. Thank you, Mohan sir. Yeah, I want to be a part of your team. Thanks a lot.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice time. See you tomorrow.